welcome to my 35-week update. We did miss our update last week, but it wasn't that eventful between our last 33-week update and 35. So we had the high blood pressure issues last time. Those seem to be doing okay. I actually had an appointment last Monday, and that went really well. So my blood pressure was actually completely normal at that appointment, which was great because I had tested it one time in between then, and it was a little bit high, but not concerningly high. It was 132 over something. Not very good at remembering those bottom numbers for some reason. But in any case, I'm glad that seems to be normalizing, so hopefully it'll stay that way. I hadn't really gained a lot of weight either between this appointment and the last one, which was a relief because I jumped up a good chunk of weight that last time, so I'm glad I didn't go up too high in between then and this one. So, we're still going to gain more, as I said. They actually say that baby will be gaining about half a pound a week from now on out, so that's kind of interesting. As far as his development this week goes, nothing too outstanding, still around the same size. They say 17.2 to 18.7 inches and 4.2 to 5.8 pounds, which definitely could be bigger, but those are our estimates. And he's kind of just plumping up now, so getting more and more fat deposits on there. We'll be gaining a little bit of weight. His hearing's fully developed, and his testes should have actually dropped now. So there's a little man in there. For me, it's just at some point from here on out, he will be getting further down, which actually should give me a little bit of relief breathing-wise. Once that finally happens, I don't know when that could happen, anywhere from here on out, but right now we do think he's head down. My nurse practitioner, just from what she felt, thinks that he's head down, and it makes most sense to me too as well because of where I feel my movements. It probably is back and butt or along here, and I feel a lot of my kicks midline and then over here, so that kind of works out and makes sense. I don't know how she can feel his head because I certainly can't, but still that's good to know. And the past few weeks we have also had our birthing class and our breastfeeding class, and then this coming week we actually have our baby basics class. So it was really cool to go do some learning about the process of giving birth. We went over some different ways to breathe, different relaxation techniques, different positions to try, all of which I'm really interested in because I want to be able to try to do this naturally. So that was kind of exciting, and probably be trying some massage techniques. We also got to tour the hospital, which was great. My hospital rooms are really nice. They're really big, and all of them have whirlpool tubs. There's bars that go across the beds available in case you want to try a squatting position, which sounds really weird, but some people like it. There's also birthing balls available as well. So all of these things I'm pretty excited for, and they actually have different rooms for delivering the baby, and then once you're kind of settled, they'll bring you up to a family suite so you can relax up there with the baby until you're ready to be discharged. But both of these rooms were beautiful. It was great getting to see them. We went to an all-day birthing class as well instead of one that's week by week, just because it worked better with our schedule. But in addition to that, we had a breastfeeding class just to learn a little bit more about that, and we have our basic infant care class next week. So all those were really great. Learned some good information. So looking forward to getting really close here. Our fruit comparison this week, we used a watermelon quarter because we feel like this was the best size comparison we could find. We actually used a Napa cabbage last week. We're starting to get into stuff that's a little not accurate as we think. Today was supposed to be a coconut according to my app, and that just didn't seem right to either of us. I don't know how big coconuts can get, but certainly not as big as our baby is right now around here. So we went with a quarter watermelon because we'll be a full watermelon in a few weeks. So, and I actually think he's probably a bit bigger than this, but kind of gives an idea. He's actually jiggling around a little bit right now. He's definitely getting to the point where he's still pretty active. I know at some point he's getting less room, so we should actually feel less movements, but I feel like it's just more and more. And still, again, more active at night, but can feel him during the day as well. And as far as symptoms go, it's just mostly the same. Acid reflux can get really bad. I've switched to taking Zantac every day now, and that seems to help, but some days are worse than others. Some days aren't so bad at all. Sometimes, my back gets stiff sitting in certain positions. I get pain right along my butt, actually, like along my butt muscle on one side or the other, just walking around. Sometimes it's all related to sciatica and pressing on the nerves in the spine, but that's not too frequent or too bad, thankfully. The worst part for me right now is just the acid reflux sometimes gets bad, and getting out of breath. As you guys can even tell in my videos, I just get out of breath really easily, which, working as I do in such a physical job and walking around all day, I can't walk as fast anymore, and it's just frustrating for me to not be able to move as quickly as I'd like because there's so much I gotta get done in a day, and to have just a harder time breathing when I am getting really active. So, as far as work goes, though, I do have the person who's going to be replacing me for my maternity leave starting soon, so I'm thankful for that because she's going to spend some time training, but then after she finishes that, she'll kind of be with me every day until I go out, which will actually be really helpful, I think, as I just get closer and closer here. It's only going to get a little bit harder as we go, so that'll be a nice break, I feel, and I'm actually looking forward to it. So, yeah, I'm still managing to keep up with work okay. Sometimes I get a little tired doing things like scrubbing out rooms or raking, but I've been managing to still be able to do it all. It's just I can't move around as quickly as I used to be able to do. Other symptoms, kind of just the sleep thing, I still don't sleep as well as I used to. I wouldn't say it's awful. I've never had him really, wake me up in the middle of the night kicking, but it definitely seems to take me longer to fall asleep sometimes, and I still get up a couple times to go to the bathroom, but it could be a lot worse. People keep asking me if I'm tired of being pregnant yet, or if I want to be here, and honestly, is it exhausting? Yes. I feel tired all the time, but it's not like I'm completely sick of being pregnant. This isn't like a horrible experience at this point. It's just tiring, and I'm really looking forward to meeting him, but I'd rather he didn't come early. I'm hoping he comes within the week of his due date, so, which at this point is only 5 weeks away, which is crazy. It'll just be 1 month next week, so it's getting down little by little, and we're just getting closer. So that's kind of it for updates. Like I said, there wasn't really a lot between when I missed my update video. It's just mainly the classes were the big thing we did, and still getting things settled. We have our nursery almost complete. There's just a few more little things left that we want to get, so it's really coming together now. So I'm getting pretty excited for all of it. He's wiggling around again. Oh, that kind of hurt. So, I'll just give you guys a quick show of my belly here. Definitely getting bigger. One thing that is new is stretch marks. I have a lot of stretch marks. I feel like we first noticed them a few weeks ago, and since then they've just sprouted up all over the place. They're all on my lower belly, from like my belly button down. I can only see them in the mirror, but there's a lot of them. It's kind of sad to me when I look in the mirror and see how much there actually is, but I know they'll fade. They might go away almost completely too, but right now it looks pretty bad. And in addition with that, my belly has gotten really itchy in that area, which has been driving me nuts lately. So, hi Rusty. But I've been trying to just put lotion on it to help, but it really gets really obnoxious sometimes. So, that's the biggest new thing. I have my next appointment on the 22nd, so not this coming week, the week after. And that'll also be with my nurse practitioner, but we'll start cervical checks that week just to check if I'm dilated at all. Which they did check, probably mentioned in my last video, in the hospital, and I was not. So hopefully I won't be. But you can be dilated to a 1, 1.5, and you can still be walking around for several weeks like that before you actually go into labor. So when it's that little, it doesn't really mean anything. But I feel like it'll still be nice to know. So, yeah, that's kind of everything for this past week. Past 2 weeks, I guess, hasn't been too crazy, just working on getting everything together, getting everything we need. We did get our baby monitor in, which is pretty cool. It's a video monitor, and I will probably at one point show that to you guys once we have it all set up. But, yeah, so slowly getting things together here and there. Thanks guys for coming out and watching. We'll have our next video posted early next week, and we're getting down to just a month left, so it's getting pretty exciting. So feel free to like this video and subscribe to this channel if you want to keep up with what's going on. I'd love to hear some responses, so throw some comments in down below. And thanks for coming out and watching.